Good morning, everyone. Yes, I got my braids going. uh, I found it interesting when I came to this country. I often wore my hair. I had it long then too, uh, in braids. And people ask me, "Oh, are you part native or something? Do I look native to anyone?" Okay. Supposedly there is we may have possibly. It's not proven anywhere, and I never did a DNA test, a heritage test or whatever, which I'm not sure if they're actually legit in any way. I think it's someone came up with something said, "Well, I can't prove if we're telling the truth or not." Kind of right, yeah, yeah. And I'm sure it's a big money maker. Probably still is to this day. Do I believe in a DNA test to find out if a child is actually the child of certain parents or is yeah, but the you know the breakdown of I don't know. Maybe I should go and read up on it before I sprout my opinion here about it. But uh, again, my understanding of do we have some Native American blood in our lineage or not? Yes, uh, comes from my experiences. When I was a child, I was fascinated by the native people of Turtle Island. This used to be called Turtle Island, not the United States. Yeah, someone decided to give a place that had a perfectly good name already by the people established that were here before, right? Decided to give it another name. What? To do what exactly? Yes, isn't that interesting? To establish ownership. And how was that done exactly? All right, you have to take something away from someone to then be able to do that, right? Yes, okay. And many of the projects that we have to do and had to do in school, I I chose a Native American theme, and I was just fascinated by those people. Um, I think that from what I was given as a child, yes, okay, were the Native Americans so peaceful, this, that, and no, there was conflict, but again, there was conflict due to they had a completely different life, different understanding of how you own things, this, that, yes, yeah, okay. Then, when your people suddenly start dying because other people are bringing diseases that are killing off half of your tribe or this or that, especially affecting children too, then what do you do? Yeah, you're not coming to my house right now. You're kind of sick, or you could be sick. So no. Well, people get offended over that, don't they? And if you tell them, said, no, you're not coming. Remember during COVID, that's how people said, no, you can't come visit. And I had to throw someone out of the house who broke the rules. And I said, you can go stay somewhere else if that's how you need to act during this time for the protection of the people at my house. Oh, was that legit? This is, well, I don't know. Was I going to take chances? Oh, let's see if this is really such a debilitating virus going around. We'll just take our chances. Well, if I don't have to take that chance by abiding by certain rules and have certain rules at my house where I'm going, no, we're not doing certain things. We're just not. We have to take chances of going to the store, this and that. Then we behave appropriately there as well to not take chances. If or if not, what does that matter? Right? Yes? Okay. So I have to throw someone out of the house. Okay. All right. So there are all kinds of things that happened here while Oh, explorers came and did what exactly? And then people took advantage of this. Oh, we don't like it where we're our homies, so we're going to go someplace else. Ooh, let me think about South America and what's happening there and how many people want to leave there and come here. All right. Ooh, it's payback time. Okay, just saying. All right, don't take this the wrong way. I think there's a right way of doing things and there's a wrong way of doing things when it comes to all that. Right? Have we figured it out? Obviously not. All right. And as I came to this country again as well, it was really a bit incredible, unbelievable on how I got pulled into the direction of Native Americans. Again, yes, I visited all kinds of, even while we were just traveling around, we ended up, unbeknownst to us while we were traveling, in Indian reservations. And there was one thing that I noticed there, and I thought, wow, seriously, that's weird. We went to a store in, it was in North Dakota, in the Black Hills, I think it was called. Oh, it's beautiful. It's like, hey, we landed on the moon. Yes, we did. Okay. But here in the United States. And we went into that store and we were pretty amazed over the cheap prices of things around where we had traveled before. Went into that little store on that Indian reservation. Yeah, okay, Indian, Native Americans, whatever. Okay, I mean, people want to get offended by stuff. Okay, be offended. I don't mean it that way. It's like my daughter said one time in line. Somebody said, "You know what? That's your dirty mind. If you got, what does that have to do with me?" Yes, yes. Besides, did you guys know that the reason the Indians here were called Indians or called Indians, right? Yes, is because that one dude, who was it now? I don't think it was Columbus. Some other thought that he had landed in India. Some explorer, right? So it stuck. Oh, again, right? Yes, all right. So, of course, it should be corrected. So let's not call them Indians anymore. Because that's not what they are, right? Yes, of course, when we have the thought, when we think of an Indian, we have a completely different picture in our minds than a person from India, right? Yes? Okay. What are the people in India called then? Indies. No? I can't remember. Okay, I'm just saying. Misconceptions floating around out there, right? Yes. Oh, had to mention that, I guess. And the prices were tripled. Couldn't believe that we paid $3 for a bottle of Coke. And I thought, is this? And of course, they knew we were tourists. And I thought, is this? But the prices were right on the packages and stuff too. So I thought, is this just the price for the tourists? Jack it up, and for the locals, they have regular prices. So I didn't know. I thought, wow, that would be kind of sad that they're cheating people like that. They'll take advantage of people like that because of what? Okay, hey, yeah. But that was the one of the first things that I noticed on that place. Then other places we went to, we ended up on the wrong side. I've told the story before. Well, on the wrong side. Well, again, we didn't know. We just went according to. There was a river, and I can't remember exactly where that was at. Which state it was. Can't remember that. There was a river, and there was a campground on one side and a campground on the other side. So supposedly the river separated one place from the Indian reservation that was on the other side. Okay. So there were two campgrounds, and the one looked really full and cost money. And the other one was empty and didn't cost money. I'm going, well, we're going over to the other side. So we did. And not knowing though at the time. And we got there and all alone. It was wonderful. The other side was loud and noisy, not know what. We had nice and quiet, and it was clean too. And we set up, and here comes a group of young men. And obviously, you could tell, right? I said to my friend, I said, "Hey, look, I said, where are we here?" Right? Okay, very, very limited English. We also spoke. He spoke better than I. I didn't speak any English, really, when it came down to it. And they came and they watched us for a while, and then one guy comes and he says, "Do you know where you are at?" And we're like, "The campground, that doesn't cost anything. Is there something wrong? Did we do something wrong?" No, we just wanted to let you know that you're as white people, you're on the wrong side. Well, why are we on? Can we? So do we have to leave? Can we not be here? No, no, no. You can be here. I just want to let you know. And I thought, why would he want to let us know? Right? I said, we were just traveling. We had just come to the United States. Young, I was 20 years old, and we were just traveling around, having a good time, and exploring things, and loved it. I loved the vastness of this country, and all the wonders that I'd never got to see in Switzerland, right, before. The freedom, the vastness, the openness, all these different plants and animals, I've never seen before except in a zoo. Okay. And everybody lived in their own little house. Just about. And we ended up having an amazing time there. And sadly, by the Native Americans themselves, it was immediately a caution against themselves was implanted within us. Yeah. Or they tried. Okay. And I remember that as soon as the guy told us that, I remember I was 20 years old, we were traveling around by ourselves. Yes, we had our little dog. And I remember even at that, I immediately did caution myself against a people I really didn't know anything about. And I very much, in a way, felt close to. Yes, due to, okay, right. And I thought that was very sad. And to this day, I think that was really sad. They ended up, this one guy that had come up to, he says, "Don't worry, we'll take good care of you. We'll make sure that you stay safe." I'm saying, safe from what exactly, right? From the inherited, disgruntled unhappiness that white people had caused the Native Americans, and it didn't matter who it was, even people that they didn't know, come from, another continent even, that they want to hurt you. Yeah, right? Yes, to this day, that what's it called? I can't think of the word right now. Resentment is still there through all these generations. Well, anyway, we had a really nice time there. We stayed for 2 days. And they all always would come back. Eventually, we were all around the campfire just talking, or me listening, going, "I wish I knew what they were talking about." Right? And having a really, really nice time. Yes. Then I ended up staying here, and again, through some event or whatever, came in contact with this storyteller, a Native American storyteller, which storytellers in the Native American tradition are very important. They have a very, very high standing. Isn't that interesting? In a way, he was like an entertainer, right? Entertainer in his own tribe or for his people, and was regarded as like a historian. Yes, very important person among the people. Yeah, what are storytellers looked at in our society? Yes, hmm, entertainment. But that is that, really, when it comes down to it, right? Yes. Okay. So I was very enthralled by something. I'm not sure what, because there wasn't all that much to be enthralled by. Okay. Even the stories, I'd say, okay, I'm getting the stories, but what do they have to do with today, per se, or what are the teachings really of it? But I loved being around the people. And I already had children. I had a good friend who also had children. And we would go and be a part of all kinds of things. Then it wasn't just with that group of people. I ended up going to a powwow, and it was a week long kind of get together. And there was a grandfather fire. I talked about that in past videos as well. And it was really amazing to watch that fire that never went out. It was always tended to and it never went out, and it did change. I could see it change. And the I ended up having an amazing experience there. I really wanted to go to this powwow. For some reason, I really needed to go. Took all the children, and I had just enough money. Or I didn't really have enough money for gas to get back. Somehow, I'm not sure, I didn't tell anybody. I know I didn't tell anyone. The last day, suddenly this one person comes up to me and hands me about $80 and says, I went around. I know that you don't have enough money to get back with your children. And, so what was I going to do? I don't know. As I said, I took my chances, just went. And so I went around, and you and your children have been such a joy to have here with us. And I went and made a little collection for you so you can get home safely. Isn't that something? Okay. Why am I telling you all this? I ended up reading up on something and had this odd give and take and a vision with a Native American who told me, you have Apache blood in your lineage. Nah. What? No. And I went and looked up the and I went and looked up the history of on how could that even be possible. In the 1100s, the first Native Americans had made it to Europe, and they were Apaches. They were taken on a boat. I don't know if they went willingly or were just taken, and it probably was women. Okay, all right. That I didn't get. Okay, you never get everything. Just as you don't ever get everything in the Bible, obviously you don't get everything in the history books either. Now, leave out the bad parts, kind of thing, or the unsightly parts. Yeah. And my mom, not my dad, but my mom has a countenance that is not just Swiss. Everybody knows it. Everybody can tell. Her sisters, the same thing. One sister in particular. And we always thought maybe there is some Italian blood, Hungarian blood, whatever, right? Then when I came across all that, I thought, and had this kind of, give and take with someone from Spirit World, obviously. I thought, oh, is it possible? Could it be possible? And somehow I just went with it, right? Which would have explained a lot of things that on how, again, where does this love for nature come from? But in a way where you want to be a part of nature, not just own nature, not just own animals, where you really truly accept that they have a spiritual part about them as well. Well, because we all believe in the one God? Yes, of course. And interestingly enough, the Native Americans did too. Yes, money too. They had the one great spirit. So, a lot of things after that, I realized, oh, wow. And I had a very amazing spiritual journey there as well, where I did a condition to repent for what happened to the people in of the Native Americans on Turtle Island after we showed up. Maybe I'll get back into these experiences. They were amazingly humbling. And the one that I had at the farm up by the spring, by water and earth, wind and fire, where it wasn't, oh yeah, we forgive you, oh yeah, this or that. It was, since now you know the sacrifices that we made, and we are not bitter about it. That's what I got from the spirits. Do better. Don't disappoint us. Make our sacrifice worth it. Make it count. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get going here. Job. So, braids. This is what we started out with, right? Oh, look, this one's coming a little undone. Usually I don't have to put anything in. They just stay like this. Because my hairs get so thin towards the end, right? Braids are a big thing in Switzerland. Oh, yeah, it's a tradition. Braids are a tradition. Yes? Okay. And so when I had them here, as I said, being considered, I was like, are you pretending I'm going, okay, stop right there. There's in a lot of cultures all around the world, braids are a part of it. It doesn't, a hairdo doesn't just belong to one species or one tribe or one people on earth, and the rest of them are pretending or imitating because, they're so enthralled by him. Okay? Yes? Yeah. Big bad misconception with many different things. Yes? Okay. So, now, I'm supposedly, according to 100% Swiss, and, that's questionable, right? And we do wear braids quite a bit, especially as children. Not so much as adults. Well, it just depends. I love braids. I think they look great. Look, this one's coming undone. Well, all right. That's what I wanted to start out with. Then I got into, you guys always have your way, don't you? All right, we are in the book of Job 21. Facts give the lie. Whoa! 21. Job spoke next. He said, listen carefully to my words. Man, I tell you what, him being so sick to the point of dying, or wanting to die, or this or that, so depressed, blah, 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 he sure has a lot to say. Let this be the consolation you allow me. Permit me to speak in my turn. You may jeer when I have spoken. Isn't he already kind of, and a lot of people do that, this is like leading on people. All right, you can jeer at me after I'm done, disapprove, but I want to have my say for right now. Why? This is already starting out in the negative, isn't it? Why? A lot of people do this, right? Well, I want to say something, but you can laugh at me afterwards or this or that, but I want to, or in many different ways. It comes exactly out like this. Before people actually give, right, oftentimes I find when people start out, so if you did not have said that to begin with, because now you have the whole, my mind's already on, okay, what's he going to say wrong, right? Yes? If he starts out with this, he's already feeling that whatever he has to say is laughable. Huh? doesn't have any weight, isn't going to have any weight. He's, in a way, and the way Job starts out here, he's already jeering at himself. Isn't he? Isn't that interesting? Okay. Is my complaint just about a fellow mortal? I have good grounds to be perturbed. Give your attention to me, you will be dumbfounded, and will place your hand over your mouth. I myself am appalled at the very thought, and my flesh creeps. Why do the wicked still live on, their power increasing with their age? They see their posterity assured, and their offspring secure before their eyes. Well, see, that's kind of what I said too, but okay, let's see where this goes. The peace of their house has nothing to fear. The rod that God wields is not for them. No mishap will with their bull at breeding time, nor miscarriage with their cow at calving. They let their infants frisk like lambs, and their children dance like deer. We have a commandment that says what? Don't go looking into your neighbor's yard. All right? Yes? All right. Don't want what they have, right? Isn't that one of the commandments? They sing to the tambourine and harp and rejoice to the sound of the pipe. They end their lives in happiness and go down in peace to Sheol. Yet these are the ones who say to God, go away. We do not want to learn your ways. What is the point of our serving Shaddai? What should we gain from praying to him? Surely they have won their own prosperity, since God is kept so far from their plans. Okay, I could say a whole lot here, but again, it's... The one thing here that gives this away as jealousy, this or that, as I said, or just him just being disgruntled, they end their lives in happiness and go down in peace to Sheol. How does he know that? How does he know where, if they were really wicked, if they end up in go down in peace to Sheol, then they weren't wicked? Yes? So what's going on here exactly? Surely they have won their own prosperity, since God is kept so far from their plans. Do we often see the light of the wicked put out, or disaster overtake him, or the retribution of God destroy his possessions, or the wind blow him away like a straw, or a whirlwind carry him off like chaff? So God is restoring a punishment for his children. But the wicked himself should be punished and should know it. He himself should witness his own ruin, and himself drink the anger of Shaddai. Okay, so another thing that came to mind to me here now from having read all the other books, this and that. What do we read in it? Well, how often did I say God didn't have anything to do with that? God's nowhere present with all this. Right? With all the wars, this and that. Oh, so they win a victory. Oh, suddenly God is there. Well, wait a minute. Then the other ones win, and oh, we must have sinned or something. Here, and this, whoever wrote this down, okay, and I said, there are kernels of truth in there, but how is the truth in there? What is Job relating here, actually, when it comes to the life of the Israelite? That God didn't punish the ones that were warring against them, though. Who were God's people? And he didn't favor the Israelites in certain things, neither. You see? Isn't that interesting? You see what comes out here, actually, that we should pay attention to? That then, from whatever I have said to the books beforehand, how much truth there actually is when it comes to all that. I'm making a video right now, but I'm almost done. Do you want to just sit? Almost done. Once he is gone, what joy can he gain from his family, once the number of his months has been cut off? But who can teach wisdom to God? To him who is judge of those on high. And again, one person dies in the fullness of strength, in all possible happiness and ease, thighs padded with fat, and the marrow in the bones good and moist. Another dies in bitterness of heart, never having tasted happiness. They lie together down in the dust, and the worms soon cover them both. Oh, I know what is in your minds, what you so spitefully think about me. What has become of the great Lord's house, you say? Where is the tent where the wicked used to live? Have you never questioned people who travel? Do you not understand the testimony they give? On the day of disaster, the wicked is spared. On the day of retribution, he is kept safe. And who is there then to reproach him for his deeds, and to pay him back for the things he has done? He is carried away to the cemetery, and a watch is kept at his tomb. The clods of the ravine lie easy on him, and the whole population walk behind. So what sense is there in your empty consolation? Your answers are the leftovers of infidelity. That's the end of 21. So there it is. And my daughter just came with the little one. So I'm going to finish this up without much further ado. I could show you guys off. You both look so pretty. All right. That's it. I'm going to try and make one more later on, just so we are caught up. We're only halfway through the book of Job, which is just again. So, that's it. I shared a little of my life beforehand, yes. And maybe in the next one, I'll give you the other experiences that I had. I think they're so amazing and beautiful and should be shared. They should be shared again and again and again and again. So let's get to the last part here. Yes? Job, at the end of his life, being miserable, this and that, has nothing joyful to share at all, it seems like. And is pointing the finger in someone else's yard. Right? Yes? That's too bad. Let's not do that. May Heavenly Parent bless and protect you and embrace you with love. And I will talk to you, hopefully, God willing, in a little bit or tomorrow.